Welcome to the Windows and Computer channel. And I get asked this all the time, and I get asked different questions about browsers all the time. So, one of the questions that comes back very often is what browser I use. A lot of people are on the impression, well, the browsers that I use must be good browsers, technically, or the best browsers. And there's something about browsers that is kind of interesting because it is something that people have the impression that they need the best. And here's the thing: the best browser is the one you use, and that's all. But I will say a few things about browsers, though. So, first of all, what's the web browser? Because a lot of people say, oh, well, I click here to go on the internet. Well, to go on the internet, you are using a web browser. And there are several different browsers. The most popular browser around the world is Google Chrome. Google Chrome is dominating at almost 70% of people using it. Why? It's simply, marketing strategy on part of Google. They have been able to have everybody go on this browser. Is it the best browser? No, it's not, and I don't really find Google Chrome that efficient, honestly. But you know what? I'm not here to change your mind. If you're using Google Chrome and everything's all right and everything works great, it's all that counts. Nothing more. And the rest is really a personal preference. And, a lot of people have their habits and they don't want to change their habits, honestly. So what happens is that people will simply use whatever browser they have. Sometimes, actually, most of the times, people use the browser they have on their PC pre-installed and are just, using that. So, to answer the first question, what's my favorite browser? Well, I use Microsoft Edge, the new version, the Edge Chromium. It works fantastically great, and I'm very happy with it. And this is my main browser. I would say that Edge Chromium, and I've got the different Insider versions also because I'm testing and doing videos on the Insider channel. But the Edge Chromium browser is, for me, my favorite browser. It's fast, it's efficient, it's good on battery life, but it's a question, once again, of preference. The other browsers that exist out there's tons of them, but the most popular that you'll encounter are Google Chrome, Firefox. Some people that like privacy and have more control over what they see on the web and everything use one called Brave. That has an ad blocker, it has a lot of tracking prevention and a lot of things to kind of make it as secure as possible for you to surf on the internet. And it's all dependent on, what do you trust and not trust on the internet. I'm not the guy that goes very, very overboard on hype of, companies tracking me and so on. I'm one of those actually that think that the companies that, if I see an ad, I'd rather see an ad of something that I like than something that I will never buy because I don't, because they can't track me, so they don't know what type of ad to display. I'm not a guy going crazy over that and over tracking in general. I think, yes, there's too much tracking. I think, yes, there's the companies go overboard on some of the ads on some websites. But overall, I'm, not the kind of guy that goes crazy with that. Of course, people will say, well, why do you have Edge Chromium over any other browser? Well, I would say efficiency, first of all. And Edge also is not related to the Google ecosystem. So Edge doesn't, have all the Google tracking. Actually, Edge has quite a few features that prevent tracking. So it's kind of nice. Then again, some people will say, well, yeah, but you're on the Microsoft ecosystem. Well, I got to tell you one thing. I'm less scared of Microsoft tracking me than Google. But that, once again, personal preference. So, whatever you use is perfect and it's nice and it's okay. Now, what would I recommend if I would have somebody tell me what browser should I use if I want to use a browser? Well, the Edge Chromium is nice. Once again, what is mostly important is that it's updated. And this is where people fail, and this is where people have a lot of problems. The browser you use needs to have the latest updates. Why? Not necessarily because of features. People don't care that much about new features, honestly. They want to use it and do what they can with it. But having a browser that is updated all the time keeps you safe because of security updates. Google Chrome, Firefox, and so on all have updates regularly. And they have tons of security fixes in these updates. That's why it's important to move on to these updates and apply these updates. That's very important to stay safe. And last but not least, what browser should I not use? Internet Explorer should not be used. If you are on Internet Explorer, do think about moving on to something else. Why? First of all, Internet Explorer isn't actually the development of Internet Explorer isn't going ahead anymore. That means less and less websites are actually inclined in having compatibility with Internet Explorer. So as time goes by, less and less websites work well with Internet Explorer. The other thing about Internet Explorer, it is known to be one of the less secure browsers that exists. Even Microsoft is constantly telling everybody, please move on to something else. They're not even advertising Edge Chromium. They're just saying, hey, move on to something else. Because also Internet Explorer at some point in time, one day will be something that's not going to be supported anymore. So, simple question, what's the best browser? It's the one you use. Other question, which one would you recommend? Personally, Edge Chromium, but whatever you use, like I said, I have no problem with that. If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe, give us a thumbs up. Thank you for watching.